Greg Troutwine with Maritime Reporter TV. We're here in Oslo at North Shipping 2019. Very pleased to be joined by Alex of Total Marine Solutions. And Alex, first and foremost, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Okay. Alex, I'm sure many people watching these videos and reading our magazines know the Total Marine Solutions story, but just to start off, why don't you give us a little insight to the company?
Okay, just real quick, I started Total Marine Solutions about 20 years ago, having left Royal Caribbean, and the reason for leaving is to start a company to represent equipment manufacturers of MARPOL compliant systems. So we're very pleased. Our first manufacturing partner is Marine Flock out of Sweden for oily water separators, and they are here in one of their big blue buses out just outside the front. And over the years, it's grown. We represent jets for vacuum toilet systems. So our legacy business has been representation of MARPOL compliant systems. But in 2017, we actually built our own product, and it's called Ocean Guardian. And that's what we're exhibiting here and showcasing here at North Shipping.
So, Ocean Guardian.
Yes.
What exactly is Ocean Guardian?
Ocean Guardian is a database, electronic database of environmental regulations from around the world. So international, national, port, and regional regulations related to environmental operations. And what we've done is we've built a proprietary database on a web-based portal, and where we have a team that maintains that, which is really difficult because environmental regulations change every day. So for any ship owner or operator to try to stay abreast of that, ask any of them, and it's a really difficult challenge. We're trying to ease that challenge. We're trying to simplify environmental operations. We take that database and then deploy it. We deploy about 60 regulations every 2 weeks to vessels, and there's a Windows-based client server installed on board the ship. We take the ship's AIS feed or GPS feed, and wherever the ship is in the world, they know exactly the environmental regulations that apply for that specific location.
Okay. Well, I certainly talk to many of the same people that you talk to, and I concur. There's a lot of confusion, and it is changing rapidly.
Challenge, yes.
Yeah. I understand the concept, but how does it make compliance with environmental regulations more efficient?
By allowing both the ECR and the bridge access to the environmental regulations for that specific location in an easy to access format. They're not going to binders, they're not going to massive workbooks, they're putting the compliance information right at their fingertips. And it's not just for that specific location, we also have a module that's called Environmental Ops. So they can actually leave the live mode, go into environmental operations, load a voyage track, and see for the future what that environmental timetable will be. So they can need to see, okay, if my tanks are full, I need to get out of 3 nautical miles, 4 nautical miles a little bit quicker to allow for compliant discharge.
I understand that Ocean Guardian is vetted by a third-party law firm.
Correct.
So why was that important?
It's important, it sets us apart. So we can sit and talk about how we have sources of all types getting environmental regulations fed to us digitally, right? We hit so many type of sources for this information. For us to take them and then digitize them, to me it made only sense to have it vetted and verified by a third-party law firm. So when someone says, how reliable is it? We've taken that extra step. We've asked a third party to take a look at that and say, we don't interpret, we don't summarize, we pull the excerpt from the regulations that speaks to the dischargeability, if you will, of any type of waste stream, and we say, did we get this correct? And there's times where, they actually reject, and we need to make some modifications, but it's the quality assurance of our database. That's really what it is.
Okay, so I think hearing the story to date, it's fairly obvious, but from your perspective, why is it important for vessel owners to have Ocean Guardian on board?
Vessel owners owe it to their seafarers with everything that's coming down the pike at them, not just environmental regulations, but safety and security, to put it into a format that it's just ease of operation. We want everything to become standard operating procedure. Simplify it. You can never make it easy. Don't make it simple, but simplify it. And again, from a vessel owner standpoint, not just for their seafarers, but for their reputation as well. Taking every tool that's available on the market, Ocean Guardian is one of the greatest ones, in my opinion, of course. But if you really want to sit and have a quality fleet, this is a product you should add to your toolbox.
You emphasize collaboration.
Yes.
And quite frankly, a a lot of the talks today are on collaboration.
Right.
So why is that a point of emphasis in your business plan?
With as vast as our industry is, it's important that we ease communication, whether it relates to safety, regulations, security, and when it comes to environmental regulations, the speed at which things change. For us to collaborate, let's say with ports, right? Getting port information into our database and deployed out to our users and to our vessels. Without having that collaborative effort with the organizations, we would be missing something. There would be a gap in our database. So we work with navigation companies, working with them to make their environmental module of their voyage planning software even more robust, put in an API with Ocean Guardian in the back of the bridge software. So it just makes sense, and we're actually joining a lot of associations, Chamber of Shipping, for example, Intertanko, to be able to be sitting at the table to get some of that information firsthand.
Obviously, it's been quite an effort to build Ocean Guardian to date.
Yes.
What's your vision for the future?
Of course, my vision is to have it on every ship afloat. So it's really to put it in the hands and just make environmental compliance something that we know is ever-changing. It's something that we think about every day. So take a tool as robust as Ocean Guardian and get it on board the ships and just make environmental compliance something that we know everyone is doing, and they're doing it a little bit simpler than the day before.
Okay, excellent. Well, I appreciate your time, truly. I know you're very busy. I more than anything appreciate you wearing Maritime Reporter red here for this interview. And again, thank you. I hope you have a good show.
Thank you, Greg. And for Maritime Reporter, thank you for all your support over the years. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. This is Greg Troutwine with Maritime Reporter TV.